Hi, M. It is day 2 of your plan to weigh 70 kilos or less by the end of May. So it's the 2nd of May, 2013. Towards the end of April, you weighed 77 kilos, which is more than you've ever weighed before. Like, I remember when I weighed 70 kilos and that shocked me because I'd never been so heavy. I'd never been I felt big when I was 68. I was like one of the bigger girls. For me to weigh 77 now is kind of mind blowing, and it's definitely depressing. I'm sad. Like, I look in the mirror and all I can see is like fat around my chin. Like, I don't even have a jawline anymore. Like, puffy cheeks and just ugly. Like, I can barely, not, I don't even have like skimpy or revealing clothing, but I can't even wear half my clothes now because I just am so unhappy with how I look. I decided that with this project, I might try and like record my my progress, and that could be motivational and also like helpful to refer to. I'll be pretty sad if I fail. Like, I'll just be recording this and then in the end I'll be like, hey fatty, still here. So you still got no chin. Hopefully I can get to 70. When I first started, I know it's only been 2 days, but I started and I was like, this will be easy. 77 is ridiculously huge. Like, the weight should just fall off me until I'm 70 and then it'll get hard. But like, for the last 3 days in a row, I've been going to the gym and working like harder than usual. I spend 35 minutes on the cross trainer at like level 17, which is pretty heavy resistance. I'm not like like, I can still move, and I can still go fast, but it's like I'm really like pushing against something. So yeah, I do that, and then I warm down for 5 minutes, and that usually, the machine tells me I burn around 500 calories. I don't know whether or not that's accurate, but I might as well just go with that. Yeah, and then I'll do like 10 minutes on average of weights. That's what I've been doing, and then it like takes me an hour, like half an hour to walk to the gym and half an hour to walk home. So that's an hour of walking every day. And I wouldn't say I've been like really strict on my diet. I'm definitely not eating junk, but I'm still having pretty big portions, and I haven't like cut out bread. So I think that'll be a pretty big one. I'm trying not to eat any potato or like heavy starchy food like that, but like I'm still eating bread, so I don't know. But then again, it's not like I eat a loaf of bread. I'll have a salad sandwich, which will obviously be in bread. I'm not sure, like, I guess I could go harder with the dieting, but I feel like if I don't have a sandwich for lunch, then I'll have like a giant overflowing bowl of pasta or something for dinner, which is like the last thing I want to do. I want to have a light dinner, so I try and like have a good lunch, even though it's probably not the leanest thing. I guess you would say I've been bad in terms of breakfast because I just have a coffee before the gym for breakfast. But I've always done that, and realistically, I don't think I'm going to change my ways with that. I'm always going to be a person who can't eat in the morning. I have to like get up and be moving for a few hours before I feel hungry. So, I just have a coffee, but I don't know, like, why do they say you have to have breakfast or you'll be a fatty bumba? Like, is it that if you don't have breakfast, your body doesn't wake up? But then, like, surely going to the gym would get my metabolism started. And yeah, anyway, I don't know how I feel about that. All I know is that I'm not really having much of a breakfast, which is technically bad, but it's the only thing I know. The fact is, I weighed myself today on the 2nd after like going harder than usual for a few days, and I weighed 76.5, which is being generous because normally I would round to the kilo and call myself 77 still. So yeah, I'm a little bit worried about reaching my goal. I mean, 7 kilos in a month is a pretty big ask. I didn't think it would be that big a deal because it's like weight I really have to lose. It's not like stubborn. It shouldn't be stubborn fat, but maybe I underestimated my situation. This is only like step one of a process to get in shape, and obviously 70 kilos isn't my end goal, but it's a short-term goal and I think it's a realistic goal. So that's definitely my first focus. I've got some checkpoints along the way. I should probably mention those. I want to weigh 74 by the 10th and 72 by the 20th, so that then that sets me on track to weigh 70 by the 31st. So I'm sort of looking at losing 2 kilos every 10 days, which is over a week. So doable, but like it's a pretty big ask. Historically, when I've set my mind to losing weight, I can lose it pretty quickly. But I don't know if that will happen this time because I've never weighed this much and I don't know what's going on with my body. Like, I've been going to the gym more than ever and I haven't been eating badly. Like, we don't have junk in the house here. We don't eat junk. We might eat like carb loaded food and like big servings, which isn't good, but definitely not sugar and junk. I went on to an ideal body weight calculating website, which I can tell you. It was www.halls.md/ideal-weight/body.htm. I am reluctant to trust a website that uses Comic Sans font. I was inclined to believe the information I saw there. Like, it checks out as far as I would imagine. So for someone who is a female adult, 23 years old, at the height of 165 centimeters or 5'5", the medical recommendation is between 52 and 68 kilograms, which that seems normal, but it's like kind of a big range. As for me, it's like not much to aim for. So there is like other IBW formulas, which I don't know what that means, said 57 kilograms, and I like that one as something to aim for. I feel like 57 kilograms is realistic and achievable, and I can just imagine looking and feeling really good at that weight. I can just imagine wearing all the clothes I want to wear at that weight. Interestingly, it has a section called People's Choice Ideal Weight, which I guess is for people who are around the same like height and age and gender, like the weight that they're aiming for. So people said 60 kilograms, and I'm sure I'd be happy at 60 kilograms, but I just feel like 57 is a really good end goal for me. I can just, I get excited when I think about potentially weighing 57 kilograms. It would be awesome. Like today I walked past a shop and in the front window was this awesome pair of sequin pants, and I like to wear really interesting clothes. You can't tell right now because I'm wearing my rabbit holding clothes for when I'm holding Charlie. And he can be kind of a rat sometimes and like scratch at my clothes, and he's hairy as well, so obviously don't wear nice clothes when I'm holding him. But yeah, like fashion is something I'm really interested in, and like not in terms of a career path or anything like that, but I just like to wear clothes that are interesting pieces. And I'm sure this isn't a surprise to anyone, but fashion doesn't really cater to overweight people. And why should it? Overweight people aren't healthy, and unhealthy doesn't look good. Unhealthy is unattractive. I mean, you look at people with pimply skin and greasy hair and they don't look good because it doesn't look healthy, because they are not healthy. And that's the same as overweight people. They're just not healthy and it doesn't look attractive. and there's no way of selling unhealthy. Doesn't matter what you wrap it in. So fat people just don't look good in their clothes. I mean, you find some people who must have been living with their size for years and they do it really well, particularly older women, and they're often very vibrant people and they wear vibrant colours. But that's, I think, rare. I think that's the exception. And I would love to be a weight where I can just walk into a shop and see interesting clothes and buy them because I know that I can do them justice. But I would never, right now, I would never wear a pair. Like, I could not justify buying a pair of sequin pants because I would look enormous and I would be making a mockery of myself. But maybe one day I can wear sequin pants. Maybe one day I can wear anything I want to and not worry about it. But for now, 70 kilograms is a realistic goal, and hopefully I can do that by the end of the month. I am going to leave you with a few pictures of celebrities who are around the same height as me and their bodies because I find that to be inspirational. My main body idol is Britney Spears, and she is around my height, and I know that she's had ups and downs because it's all completely in the public, which I feel sorry for her in that regard, but for me it's actually really inspiring. I know that she's not like a person who starves herself. I know that she doesn't eat perfectly. I think that when she works really hard, she looks great, and when she lets herself go a bit, she can look very average, and I think that that humanizes her. And in terms of a body idol, that makes her inspirational to me because I know that you can be out of shape and still get back to an awesome place, and all you need to do is work really hard. So I'm just going to keep looking at photos of her looking her best and knowing that I can do that, and I definitely can do this. So let's see how I go.